How you doing, world? My name is JJ, and I'm your host with Global Melanin. Now, today we have some very interesting content for you guys. But before we get into the video, I want everybody who's watching to join my book club, rawreads.shop. The link is in the bio. I have some of the best some of the best black short book stories that you're going to read. I'm telling you, I have a series of 12 books, various titles. Once you go and you read the title, you even see the description what it's about, you're going to want to read the books. And once you read the books, you're not going to be able to stop talking about the books. You're going to be calling your friends, telling your friends about the books, telling your coworkers about the books, telling your mom about the books. I'm telling you, check out the books, and you can also join the reseller program. When you sign up, you get rights to resell the books. You can even put your name as the author. You can sell the books. You can keep the money from the books. You can brand the books. It's digital products for you to sell right there. Bam. So not only can you read the books, but then you can also resell the books to make an income, and you can brand it as your own brand. You can keep all the money. You can put your name as the author. Let's all make money together. Join my book club. I'm telling you, the link is in the bio. Yeah, now my first video. We have a black American woman who says to the African woman, I'm so tired of you telling African Americans that they need to go back to Africa. Why is she so mad? Because we come from Africa. Watch this video.
To the lady who is African, telling black African Americans to come on back to the motherland because we're losing. Let me tell you, lady, that ship has sailed a long time ago. Okay, everybody is from Africa. You win that battle. But with that being said, my people are Jamaican. So they done came over here a long time ago, and I was born here. So I can't just go over there. You know what that means? I ain't got no dual citizenship. So y'all gonna send me back over here. So what the hell is that gonna do for me? On top of that, if it wasn't for like Wakanda and freaking Black Panther 1 and 2, I was under the impression y'all were still on Batwani click language, all of you, and TP's Hudson running around butt naked. And y'all got some very strange principles that are very submissive to men, and I'm not with that. America.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Do you feel like she just need to go to AfricanAncestry.com and take that African ancestry test? Do you think once she take that African ancestry test and she find out her roots, she gonna still have the same perspective and still feel the same way? Or do you feel like it don't matter because she's a black American? How do you feel? Comment below. Now my next video is about a woman who says, I've been told to hush up as a black woman. I've been called a black woman with an attitude. I've been called a black woman with a problem. Watch this video.
Well, today I was basically called an angry black woman. In HR terms, intimidating. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not intimidating. I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm independent, I know my shit. But I'm not intimidating. Intimidating is not a me description. Intimidating is a you problem. You are intimidated by the expectations that I have of you as a friend or a family member, or in this case, a coworker. Because that's really the only time that crap comes up. I have yet to have a family member or even a friend tell me I am intimidating. But when I walk in with a certain expectation based on the job and based on what we need to do, and I stand 10 toes down on it, then I'm intimidating. Your feelings of being inferior do not equal Stephanie being intimidating. That is your stuff to work out. But instead of acknowledging what you're lacking or what you need support in or help in or taking accountability for your unethical actions, you want to weaponize this centuries-old idea of the angry black woman. We're not angry. We're tired. We're tired of having to smile to make you more comfortable. We're tired of having to shrink to make you feel better about yourself. We're tired of this narrative that we are too masculine. You need to be softer. Well, you need to be harder. There's a yin and yang to this. We are tired of being expected to step in and fix and heal the world. We are tired. We are not intimidating. We just need you to get your shit together.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Do you agree with what she was saying or you don't agree? Comment below. Now my next video is about a black woman from England who's having problems being a black woman in England. So you see, it ain't just black people in America. Watch this video.
I feel like it's time for me to leave England and just start fresh somewhere else, but I don't know where to go. All I know is that England is becoming insufferable for me. I was born in England, I've lived here my whole life, my parents were born in England, my grandparents were not. I understand why my grandparents came here when they did, I just don't understand why I'm still here. As a black person, we make up about 4% of the population here. White people make up about 80% of the population, so there's already a huge difference. Because this is a country with 80% white people, of course, that is going to be the basic foundation of pretty much everything here. So naturally, people who are white are going to just assume that their way of life is everyone else's way of life. There are some people who have taken the time to educate themselves to understand that it's not all about them, but majority of people think that way or still have a lot of unconscious biases that they have to work through. Now, I can say that I know people who have been working through those things over the past few years, but it's like I feel like I'm regressing because there are people who are finally waking up to things and issues that we have here that I've obviously been aware of my whole life because of my experience here. And people from my community, out of that 4% of black people, and when I say community, I mean black people, not just specific, because then it gets even smaller. But out of black people, that 4%, there are people who fit into the society's expectations of black people, right? Then there's also people who conform to the whiteness in the UK, and then what's left are the people like myself who are not conforming, don't fit into certain stereotypes, and we're just kind of here. Now, in order for the rest of us who are just here, right, to succeed, really all of us to succeed, because conforming doesn't allow you to really succeed in your full truth, and being a stereotype also doesn't allow you to succeed in your full truth, right? So out of the rest of us who are here, who are trying to exist in our full truth, it's like, how far can you really go if every step of the way you have to explain every single thing you're doing because you're in a country where most people don't get it? Now compare it to the US, and I have most supporters. Like anything that I do, social media, businesses, etc., I usually have a lot of supporters from the US. So that's one of the reasons that this is an example. Second reason it's an example just because it has a similar kind of structure to the UK. Black people in the US make up about 14.4, 14-ish% of the whole population. But the difference is white people in the US make up about 56.6% of the population, or coming up to 60%. The rest of the population is made up of like Asian people and Hispanic people. So although black people make up 14%, which is still much more than UK, but still a small amount, there's a huge amount of like Hispanic people and Asian people. That means that the white people in the US make up about half of the population, not 80%. And as we can all see, right, the US is racist and has all its issues, but there are also so many more black communities, so many more communities of people of color where they're able to thrive. Like when I see people and they're like, oh, go to Atlanta, it's loads of black people. Like we don't have an Atlanta here. We don't have just loads of black people. Maybe we'll have like areas, but even those areas, they're one, being gentrified, two, that's where they stuff everybody on top of each other and we have all our crime and issues. But like that black successful areas and places like that, we don't really have those spaces here in the UK. Even growing up in the UK, like as a black person growing up in the UK, a lot of the TV shows that we watched were American TV shows because that's where we saw representation. We didn't have much of it in the UK, and the representation that we did have in the UK, and I'm not saying this to throw any shade to anyone at that time because get your coins and I understand it, but like A lot of it was poppy show business. If you're not Caribbean, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like gimmicky, because that's how they used black people. Like, they want you on there to be the joke. Everyone's not going to look up that as black people. We're not looking at that saying, I want to go on TV and be made fun of. Do you know what I mean? We want to be the Mauritius. We want it to be something where we feel like, that feels more like my family. It feels more like a family party. It doesn't feel like they're making a mockery out of me. I feel like at this point in my life, in order to really succeed, in order to really create the life that it is that I've been trying to create, I need to get out of here. The more I stay here, the more I have to explain myself every step of the way, and I'm realizing now how much it's hindering my growth, and it's actually making me feel like I'm regressing. Like, for example, do you know when you become a parent, right, and if you don't have a really good support system, it's very easy to feel like your brain has turned to mush, because you're doing the same things with your child, you're teaching them the same things that you already know over and over again, you're watching kids' TV shows, that's playing in your mind, you're not having those adult conversations, you're not feeling stimulated, every day feels the same. No shade to babies, because I love them. I feel like my brain's turning to mush. I'm constantly having to explain why I do the things that I do, why I know the things that I do, which is the biggest one for me. I've got friends from all different races, right? I've been to predominantly white school, but lived in predominantly white areas. I've been around people, part of the 80%, who look at me and they're like, why do you care about that? Like, why do you know that? It's really not that deep, because they see me as like, well, you're black in England, so why do black issues anywhere else affect you? Or why do you feel oppressed? Or why do you care about all this other stuff when you're fine? I'm tired of people seeing me through their privilege when I am not afforded that same privilege, because then you don't see me, and this is why you need to see colour. Like, I'm so tired of that. Oh, I don't see colour, you know, I see everyone as just, I don't care if you're blue, green. Well, no one is blue and green. And even when black people say that, please stop saying that. No one is blue and green. It's so dismissive. You need to see colour to understand there's differences, to understand that although I'm in the school, although I'm in the workplace, although I'm in this England, I am not the same as you. I have a different experience than you. And if you can't see that, I don't feel comfortable here. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the doomsdays. I'm tired of people not getting it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm literally part of this tiny percent when I know out there in the world there are so many other people who get me. I just want to be able to have my experience, achieve what I'm achieving, and to be able to chill in all the other spaces. When I'm supposed to be able to just let my hair down and just relax, I feel like I'm always having to explain something to someone, or I'm always having to like be a lecturer about something, because something in passing or a simple reference, like a funny reference, it's like, what does that mean? Every day. Not every day. I'm just ranting because I'm just tired of the same old. I don't want to isolate myself. Like, I've just turned 30. I want to enjoy my experience and have a full life. It's just not going to be that full here in England. Like, it's just ain't it.
How do you guys feel about that video? Do you feel like she could compare New England to America? Or you feel like she could because she's a black woman too? How do you feel about that video? Comment below. Now, my next video is about a black woman who says, I got a problem with the black community. I wonder why she got a problem with the black community when everybody think the black community is so perfect. They think the black community don't have problems. Blah, blah, blah. Watch this video.
I have a question, and it's pretty much aimed at the black community only. If you're not African American, I have no interest in what you have to say. What I want to know is, in our community, why do black men have so much smoke, heat, anger, and animosity towards other black men? And it could be for the smallest things. Maybe he has more money. Maybe he has more clout. Maybe he stepped on your shoe. Maybe it's gang related. Whatever. You have more smoke for a brother who looks like you versus your white boss that don't like you, don't respect you. I can guarantee you they talk about you behind your back. I work in corporate. The whites are talking about you. But y'all never go lay their neighborhood down. Y'all, yes, sir. Right away, sir. Gonna do that now, boss man. Him all day. But you could go to your own neighborhood and poison it, your own streets, and shoot them out. I just want to know, like, Why is the same energy not applied across the board?
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Do you feel like black on black crime is a problem and they need to take the attention somewhere else? Or do you feel like the violence just need to stop, period, in America, and everybody need to grow up, appreciate their life, want more in life, and live their life to the fullest because life too short? You can't be around here mad all day when life too short. You need to get happy, take some trips, get you a beautiful woman, take care of your family, cross the globe, go here, go there, get different experiences, eat different food. Be an entrepreneur, live great, live your best to your best abilities. What do you think? Comment below. Now, my next video is about a black woman who's saying black people in America don't consider themselves black people because they skin. If we don't consider ourselves black because our skin, then what do we consider ourselves black in? Let's hear what she got to say. Watch this video.
In America, when we say that we're black, we're not talking about skin color, whereas in other parts of the world, when people say they're black, they're just talking about skin color. A lot of black people in America have West African heritage because of the history of slavery. So when we say that we're black, we're talking about our African heritage, our genetic background, and our culture, which is a unique culture. So just because somebody has brown skin does not mean they're a black person. There are people of all different ethnicities and background who have a skin color similar to mine, but that doesn't mean that they're a black person. A lot of people also just seem to struggle with the idea that black people come in various different skin colors and with various different features. But like any population, there is going to be variation, and you don't have to have mixed heritage in order to have those characteristics.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Me personally, I said this in previous videos. I don't know if you saw them. If you don't, check out my previous videos. Black people cannot get a DNA test that's saying they're black. They cannot get a DNA test that's saying they're black. It's only two reasons me personally can see why a black person would say they black. Number one is because of the skin. Even though the skin is not black, it's brown, but it's because of the skin color. And number two is because you're identified in a group of people that don't actually know where they came from. So they has been labeled Black Americans or African Americans as a specific group, and not even just Americans. You can play the quote unquote card where you can say, well, a Jamaican can say, well, I know I'm Jamaican. The point is you come from Africa too. We all come from Africa. Do you know where Africa you come from? So you can be classified in that same boat. Because we're not saying American. We're not talking about, oh, I'm American or oh, I'm Jamaican. We're talking about ethnicity. I don't know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, comment. I haven't done my research on this, but I don't know if you can get a DNA test that say you Jamaican. I don't know that. But I do know you can't get a DNA test to say you black. So my opinion, I think the young lady is just confused. I think she's completely wrong. But hey, what do you think? Comment below. Now my next video is about a black man who's saying, I'm so tired of people thinking that black people need their hair done. Watch this video.
Assuming a black person needs their hair done because it's in its natural state is anti-black. And it's also rooted in white supremacy. And I feel like a lot of times it's actually black people doing that to other black people and trying to police their hair. And I just fully believe that policing black people's hair in any way is anti-black. Like, that's the issue. Our hair literally grows in spirals and coils, and it grows upwards, and it has melanin in it, and it's basically like an antenna. Like, our hair is magical. So it makes me sad when I see people trying to conform to westernized standards of beauty based off of their hair because they're black. And it's like, not only do we have society saying, oh, black people need to do something with their hair, but then we have black people within the community trying to police other black people's hair and what they do with it. And it's just really insane to me because You can actually just grow your hair out of your head and have it naturally be the way that it is. Like, you don't need to change it or style it and conform to other people's ways of thinking that your hair should be. Like, you can literally just grow it out of your head. Obviously, detangle it and put your oils in and shampoo and condition, but you can literally just grow your hair. And we live in a society where it's like everyone is trying to police Black people's hair. And it's literally rooted in white supremacy. And it's gotten so far to the point where Black people within our society have this internalized racism about how they feel about their hair. And it's really sad. It genuinely is so sad. And it makes me annoyed. Like, we need to get out of that way of thinking to conform to this white supremacist way of thinking. Like, literally, people can just have their hair be their hair. Black people can literally just do what they want with their hair, and it doesn't have to be special, and it doesn't have to be, you know, styled or anything like that, because we already have jobs and places of education trying to police what Black people can do with their hair. Like, we don't need to be doing that within our own community, because, to be honest, all of it is insane. Anyone trying to tell anyone else what they should and shouldn't be doing with their hair. Like, what? That never made sense.
How you guys feel about that video? Was he right or was he wrong? Do you feel like, brother, I agree with you. I want to be natural. I want to be earthy. I don't need to go get my hair done. I don't need to wear weaves. Are you looking like, man, please, I ain't going outside my hair looking off. Up. I don't care if I gotta wear a weave on or go get my hair braid. I'm about to look good. How you feel? How you feel? Comment below. Now, my next video is about a Black woman who says there's two different type of Black people. What does she mean there's two different type of Black people? Watch this video.
See, I'm Black, but I'm not regular Black. There's two different types. There's the regular Black, and there's the pro-Black. I'm the pro-Black. Let me tell you the difference. The regular Black is just existing. They go to work. They don't want no problems. They don't want no controversy. They don't want to learn nothing new about Black history. They're okay with the Roses and the Martins and the Malcolms and the slavery, and they done with it. They like, okay, that's it. I'm done with learning about Black history. They're okay with the way things are, and they don't see color. They don't see color. Everyone's equal. I don't see color. And then you got the pro-Black. Me. Now, pro-Black does not mean anti-anything. I'm not anti-anybody, okay? But I'm first for my people. The people that look like me. We need the most love. We do. I move with intention. I spend my money with intention. I'm big on teaching my children true history, like without sugarcoat nothing. I recognize that the system that was created is not created for us. It's not created with us in mind. So us as Black people, we got to move different. We got to teach our children to move different. We got to teach our children to make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that we made. And when you learn history, you do better. When you know your true history, you don't repeat it. I move with intention. And I don't care to be accepted. I want to be free. And that's the most important part. Being free, knowing your history. And when you really, truly know your history, when you truly know your fucking history, and the shit that has happened to us and what we have endured, you will embrace and be proud of the skin that you're in. Seriously, you will love it once you know your history. Because they don't do all of this that they do to us just because we brown. It's deeper than that. It's deeper. The jealousy runs through their veins, baby. I mean, they teaching their children. Babies don't come out racist. You literally had that baby and taught that baby to hate another race because of their skin color. But really, it's all about jealousy. So learn your history, know yourself, and be free. Become free from being accepted. Because I don't want to be accepted. I want to be free.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? And is you Black or are you pro-Black? Or was she just reaching? It's only one type of Black. What do you guys think about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Comment below. Now, my next video is about a Black woman who says, I hate church people. I can't stand church people. Why you think she hate church people? And do you think she going to hell for not liking church people? Watch this video.
I don't like church folks. I surely don't. Nope. I don't like being around church folks. I really don't. I know that God is real. I done seen him do some miracles in my life. I done seen him do miracles in my friend's life, in my family's life. God is real. 100%. And in this household, we serve him. You feel me? He is the head of my life. He is the head of this household. He is everything to me. But I don't like going to church, and I don't like being around church folks, okay? Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, they're going to judge. They're going to point a finger. They're going to criticize. They're going to tell everybody business. If I'm in the house of the Lord trying to consume what the Lord is trying to tell me, I don't give a fuck about what Sister Betty and her husband are doing behind closed doors with Sister Joyce. I don't fucking care. I don't care that Brother Michael snorts coke on the weekend. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. When I'm in the house of the Lord, I'm expecting to have the positive, godly, encouraging energy. I also feel like churches nowadays are less about the word and opening their doors to people who are trying to seek God, and more about money. How much money can I get out of the congregation? How much bigger can I get so I can get more money from the people that, like, it's no longer about the word. It's no longer about pouring into people who need it. You feel me? So I just don't care to be in the church. I don't care to be around church folks. I know that God is in me, and that's how I live my life. You know, I'm a firm believer that God is real. I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. He is real. Okay? But I just know that I don't need to go to church to know that God is real.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? I ain't gonna lie, that video was funny. It had me rolling when she was talking about the dude on crack and sleeping with Sister Jones, sleeping with Pastor Johnson and all that. That was funny. It blew me. That was a hilarious video. But she was serious and she wasn't playing. So what do you guys think about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Comment below. Now my next video is about a Black American woman who's saying, black people, I need you to come here. I need you to come close. I need you to listen to me. I need you to listen to me like I'm whispering in your ear. Watch this video.
Black people, come to the front. Let me talk about y'all. Why, when we reach success in our life, if struggle wasn't a part of your story, your success is not valid. I hate that about us. It's like, oh, well, you don't know how I feel, so you don't matter. You get what I'm saying? Like, since you hit success, since you don't know what struggle like, your success don't mean nothing. Why do we think like that? Also, if we know how to wait to make money, we won't even tell our cousins, our family how to make that money. We're going to try to see how we going to make as much money as possible before we put somebody else on, because we've been conditioned that good things don't last long. And if we tell somebody, they going to mess it up versus just working all together. I never got that, bro. Versus other cultures, other races, they stay at home until they 25. They stay at home until they're actually ready and able to go out into the world. They put their money together and go in on businesses. Like, it's so different because we so scared as people, us black people, we're scared to share ideas with our kind because we feel as if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna last long. So let me work on this by myself because I feel like I'm gonna run out of time and it's never gonna stay this good because we've been conditioned that good things don't happen to us. And I hate that we have this mindset that even it goes far as back as our family not setting us up to where, you know how them other cultures stay rich and be in a family because they set up life insurance. Every time somebody die, money. Every time somebody die, money. Like it's not because they were just born rich. It's because it's generational wealth because they created a trust fund, and the trust fund, they also have their life insurance policy. So every time someone die, somebody in the life insurance in the trust policy get paid, and they keep going every time somebody die. Like, they set up properly, and we not. Basically, what I'm saying is we are our biggest enemy. We are in our own way. We have so much power if we just stick together. We have so much power, but we've been conditioned this certain way. Like, if anybody asks me, if I have it, my friends, my people around me got it. I'm telling everybody, because what's for you is for you, and you can't do it alone. If you want to succeed in life, you cannot succeed by yourself. So I'm gonna tell y'all, we is our biggest problem, not nobody else. We got to get it together. We got to do better, y'all. Bye. I love y'all.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? Do black people need to support black people more? The funniest thing is she is correct. It's kind of like a ego thing. Like, black people got an ego thing where it's like, well, if you didn't come from the hood or you didn't come from a struggle, man, you ain't experienced no hardship in life, or you ain't been through nothing in life, or you can't really say you earned it or nothing like that. How you guys feel about that stereotype? Is it a stereotype or is it facts? Comment below. Now, my next video is about a black woman who says, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say what nobody wanna say. Don't no black American like no fucking African food. We not eating no fucking African food. Whew. What she got against African food? What she got against Goosey and Fufu? What she got against Ugali? What she got against jollof rice, beef, soya, shawarma? Watch this video.
And you know what I'm going to say, what don't nobody want to say. We don't eat African food like that. African food ain't good. Black people eat Jamaican food. Hell, we'll eat Indian food, Chinese food before we go buy African food. Africans had to eat out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have spices and stuff like that over there. And they've become accustomed to eating the way they've been eating. They never changed the fufu, nasty as hell. Y'all don't know how to put no seasoning, no salt, pepper, or put some butter over the damn fufu. Y'all food is too bland. And y'all tried to compare it with jambalaya and gumbo, Creole, New Orleans. Oh no, y'all need to cut that one out. And people just need to be real. Because you come over here in this country, you don't see no long lines of people in the African restaurant. You see them in everybody else's restaurant except the African restaurant. You see them in the Jamaican restaurant. Any type of Caribbean restaurant. Like I said, Jamaican restaurant, Indian restaurant, shit, Mediterranean restaurant. But African food is not good. So quit trying to compare it with anything else. That jollof rice nasty as hell. Y'all need to put some... And I'm going to double down on it. Jollof rice is dry. That's one of the reasons it's dry. I've been in the company of Africans that do stuff like fried fish with the head on it and the bones still in it. And chewing on the bones, talking about y'all scared of bones. Hell yeah. Don't nobody want to choke. Or a boiled egg in the middle of rice. What's a boiled egg doing in the middle of rice? Like, they just put food together. It don't even sound good together. They just put it together. Like I said, eating out of necessity. And even though financially you have come up, you have not stopped eating the same way. And don't nobody want that. Yes, you do have some spices, but African spices, but it don't compare to soul food, southern cooking spices, and Jamaican spices. We'll eat Mexican food, like I said, soul food, southern food, Thai food, Chinese food, Indian food. We'll eat all those foods, but we're not eating African food. And you can tell that by the restaurant. Nobody's getting rich off African food in America. They getting rich off of everything else. So try to compare yourself to New Orleans Creole gumbo, you crazy. It's laughable, actually. It's actually laughable. Nobody is going to root over your food over New Orleans food. People go to New Orleans just to eat. They go there just to eat. Nobody goes to Africa just to eat.
How you guys feel about that video? Was she right or was she wrong? I love African food. Me personally, it's good. So I guess you gotta watch where you get it from and what you choose to get. If you tasted African food, if you like African food, what's your opinion? Comment below. Was she right or was she wrong or was she just plain out rude? Now, my take on today's videos is this. Black people need to come together in the black communities. They need to come together. They need to help each other. They need to lift each other. They need to support each other. They need to stop hating on each other. Because just like you don't want the other person to get no money, or you don't want to spend no money with the other person, how you expect people to spend money with you and want money with you? So you can't be mad when you wake up one day and your pockets is short, but you didn't want to support the next person when your pockets was big and their pockets are short. What comes around goes around. If we put money into the black community, then black community will put money back in your pockets. Somebody got to be a leader and not be a follower. Somebody got to be a leader and not be a follower. And what the young lady said about the black on black violence, I totally agree. In America, you have to watch your back more from a black person than any other race. You have to be careful what black neighborhoods you go in than any other neighborhoods. I can't tell you countless times I done lived in white neighborhoods or suburban areas, and I can walk out at 1 o'clock in the morning and go for a walk and get some air if I want to. I can walk to the store. I don't feel any type of threat or anything. When you're in a black neighborhood, especially in Los Angeles, California, I don't know how it is across the whole America, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. You're not walking out at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're looking at every car that's stopping at the stoplight. You got to be conscious where you go because you know motherfuckers is on bullshit. And it's bad because you got the older generation who's more ignorant than the younger generation. They're not teaching the younger generation shit because they feel like their life is messed up and they feel like they ain't got a chance because they done lost their faith and they don't believe in God. So they want to just don't want the younger people to be shit because they don't want the younger people to be better than them because they old and they not shit. Yes, the black community is fucked up. Should you go out to other communities and shoot and kill and do all that other communities? No, because violence is not the answer. You shouldn't be jealous or mad that another community got their shit together and they don't got to worry about them problems. We just got to straighten out our own community and worry about our own problems. And as you see, black people, we are all the same. Just because somebody's in UK with an accent don't mean shit. The lady in the previous video related to a lot of us black Americans and a lot of us black people across the globe. She related to us the same problems. And I didn't even know UK was that white. I knew UK was white, but I didn't know it was like more than 80% across the whole board. And it's not a lot of black people in the UK. So just imagine she sounds just like a regular black person that's crying out for help. And that's why I say get in touch with your tune. Get in touch with Africa. Get in touch with your roots. We don't have any home. You can say, yeah, I'm born in America. America is my home, or England is my home, and stuff like that. You always gonna have the people who want to stay, who don't really get it, or they just want to stay. They just comfortable. They don't actually get it. They don't get politics. They don't get life. They don't get what's going on outside the box, outside their block, outside their neighborhood. These are the same people who probably never left their state. A lot of black people have never left the state they was born in, let alone can think about the country. If you've been in California your whole life and never been to Texas, it's people in California who never been to Vegas, who never been to Arizona, and that's like 4 hours away. Them are the closest states who never been there. So you cannot have the same conversation with them people about going out the country or making a better life, making a better living. I guarantee you, the more you research, the more you explore, the more you learn, the more you're going to want to get the fuck up out of here. I'm telling you, American money is not good in America. It's good other places. So trying to make the money stack you up about like 5, 10K to get the fuck up out of here, get you some passive income so you can keep making money while you living abroad. And if you don't go to Africa, go to Thailand. It's a lot of places that you could go to have a peace of mind and to just better yourself and just to get out of here. And once again, guys, black is nothing but a name. It's not even a skin color because we're brown. We're not black. We're brown. We're brown. So we might as well be called brown skin, right? It's nothing. So I don't agree with the young lady on there. I think she need to get more educated, or she just kind of switched her words up. But that's why it's important to learn and to dig in and to learn and to figure out stuff. I don't blame her, because these is questions that you don't think about. You don't think about, can I get a DNA test to say I'm black? You're just so rooted in your head that I'm black, and you haven't took the knowledge or took the time to think, well, let me trace my roots. Let me see what I really am. Let me see if I get a African ancestry DNA test and it says I'm Indian. Let me see if it says I really am. Let's see what's the facts versus the fiction. So no, if you want to be called a Black American, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I was calling myself a Black American up until the point where I wanted to teach myself. I wanted to learn about my roots. I wanted to find out who I was, and now I found out who I was. I'm going by Sierra Leonean American. I'm 100% Mende from Sierra Leone, but I was raised in America, born and raised in America. I'm a Sierra Leonean American. You not finna catch no Nigerian who know where he from saying he's an African American. He gonna say he a Nigerian American. I'm a Sierra Leonean American, so it's good to claim your identity and to know your roots and to know where you come from. And I feel like you can't just be saying that African food is nasty. You can say it's nasty to you, but I don't think you should be making no public videos just denouncing the whole food, a whole history. And you got to know that it's more to it than just the food, like a necessity. These people in Africa have McDonald's, they have Domino's, they have Pizza Hut. They just don't eat that shit. We don't need to be eating it. The food is just more raw, it's more healthy, it's more light. So they eat on a more healthy basis. They don't eat a lot of junk food like we do. And some stuff gonna be nasty, some stuff gonna be good. Just like some American stuff gonna be nasty. Some American stuff gonna be good. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat like a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't eat a lot of stuff that's nasty to them. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like we just all need to come together, be Black people, be great, support each other, and just all live great and live the life we want to live as proud Black people. My name is JJ. I'm your host with Global Melanin. I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment, because it definitely helped the channel. Yeah.
Y'all will never catch me being crazy and delusional over a nigga, because I take out my own garbage.